Well, hello everyone and welcome back. I have got 5 fabric deliveries to show you, so if you'd like to have a look, stay tuned. Now, while I've been moving house, I've had several fabric deliveries. The first being probably in this order, not really sure. So the first one is from Nerida Hansen, and this is the Holly Sanders Souvenir Mega Midweight Cotton Pack with 10 meters in it. So this is the fabric here. So these are all 100% cotton. This is a nice one. So I'm not sure what I'm going to make with any of these, but that's a very pretty one in my colours. So they're all the same theme, and that's Holly Sanders. It's another lovely one. So with Nara Hansen you can order different substrates, and I chose the 100% cotton, midweight cotton, thinking that I may not just for garment sewing, but would be able to make household items with it too. So that would actually make a really nice apron. So you can make an apron out of this midweight cotton. I usually choose a drill, but I have made plenty out of a midweight cotton as well, because you get a lot more choices of fabric design when you can choose different substrates. This is a nice one. I think I would actually use it up in this direction. That's really nice. So I'm sure many of these I could mix and match, because a lot of them have got the same pattern, just a different colorway on it. There's this one. That's a really nice and interesting one too. Looks like I've got a lot of washing ahead, and it's raining now. It's going to rain for the next couple of days. That's a very pretty one. And here's another one. And here's another lovely one. Oh. So that's what I ordered from Nerida Hansen. And when you order directly from Nerida Hansen, she actually has them printed for you, so it can take some time for the fabric to come in. So Holly Sanders is a contemporary Aboriginal artist. That's why it's all Aboriginal art. Just beautiful, really beautiful. And the fabric feels lovely. Now I have got one of my tubs down here so that I can overlock all of these and then wash them when it stops raining. I'm particularly loving this one, very pretty. And this one, my colours. So that was my Nerida Hansen. And the next one I've got is Lush Fabrics. So Lush Fabrics is, I want to say online. I'm not sure if you can actually go there or not. It's in Western Australia. And they do a lot of knit fabrics. That's another little treasure that I got. And that's just a little card you get in, telling you get a better result if you wash and dry your fabric before cutting and sewing it. And using a colour catcher, which I do use a colour catcher when I, actually I use a colour catcher a lot. And that's just, it looks like what in the old days we would have called blotting paper. So if you're old enough to know what using real ink and pens is, you'll know what blotting paper is. Just looks like a piece of blotting paper, and you pop it into the wash and it stops all your colours running into each other. So the first thing I got was a Rayon Shelly, and that's navy with white spots, and it's called Pretty Woman, as in the film Pretty Woman, but I think hers was I want to say a tan background with white spots on it when she went, I think it was to the polo. Yeah, I got 1 metre of that, thinking I could make a summer top out of that. And the next is Heathered Navy Brushed Triblend French Terry. Try saying that really fast. Now this is, you can see it's navy, and that's the back side, and see how that's fluffy? And this is the front, and you can see that it's heathered. There's the stretch in it. There's the stretch. So I was actually thinking of making a tracksuit out of that. And the real reason that I put the order in with Lush Fabrics is they have a YouTube video that comes out to us every Sunday morning. And they had this beautiful, I think, I can't remember what the lady's name is for the life of me. She had a cardigan on, the lady that was doing the video, in a dark grey brushed waffle knit. And so you can see that's the brushed side, and that's the side where you can see it's really waffle knit. I think I'd use the brushed side on the outside, but that was the real reason, because she had a cardigan, and she mightn't have had it on. She might have just had it on the mannequin when she was showing the fabric, and it looked beautiful. So I thought, I have to get one of those. So that was my Lush Fabrics. And the next was my Homecraft Textiles. And are they in Western Australia too? They certainly are. So they're in Western Australia as well. And the first thing I bought from them was some double gauze. And I actually know what I'm making with this. I'm making a pair of pajama pants with this. So you can see that it's, yeah, that way you can see the texture in it. Now what I had in mind was, I have this beautiful shirt in this gorgeous fabric. I absolutely love this fabric. And it was the one that has these fantastic matching buttons. The buttons match so well. But honestly, I think I've only worn it once, and it just screams pajamas at me. So what I was going to do was probably take some length off the sleeve, because I would make a cuffed pajama, not a non-elastic sleeve. But the rest of it is probably fine as a pajama top. And I was going to find the remnants of this fabric in some of those boxes under my cutting table, and I was going to put some trim on this and make these the pajama pants. So I really love that fabric, and I just thought, you know, I really need to wear more me-made pajamas instead of flannelette ones from Kmart. And so I thought, and this is when I was destashing my clothes before I moved, I thought, really love, love, love this fabric. It's absolutely beautiful. I think it's called Painterly, and I have tried to get more fabric, but I can't get any more fabric because I thought it would be nice as a whole pajama set. And then I thought, what could I put with it? I can put some white. Looks quite stark against that. Some white pajama pants and find some more fabric and put a bit of trim on the pajama pants so that it goes and looks like a matching set. So I got 2 meters of that. And the next thing I got is some heavyweight dark navy denim. And I have no idea what I was making with this. I think I might have been going to make some winter weight lander pants, because I have got some lander pants that are denim, but I don't know that it's 100% denim. I would suspect that it's actually got some tencel in it, because it's very lightweight. Admittedly, they're quite big on me now, and all the jeans I have that are really quite loose, I have been wearing long thermal leggings under them, so everything fits over them if they're loose. Everything fits under them if they're loose. So I have been wearing all of my jeans that were just a little bit on the on too loose side, but I have been wearing tights and thermal underwear under them. So, and that was really sort of on moving day. In the next 2 days, it was cold, it was freezing. Local people complained that it was freezing, and except when we were at the pub, and the mother had a coat on and shoes on, and so did the other kids, and then there was a little girl in a summer dress with bare feet, and I thought, well, obviously she would not put her clothes on and would not put any shoes on, so they just came anyway. But this looks like a nice denim. It's very, very stiff, so I'll have to give it the Coca-Cola treatment. So if we remember how stiff this is now, and we'll see how soft we can get it to be, because it's quite thick, so it's a very heavy denim and very dark coloured navy. Looks a little bit black on the screen, but it is a dark navy. So I think that's what I'm going to make with that, but I will have to, I think I've got, no, I might only have 1 can of real Coke. So we don't really drink Coke, so sometimes people come and leave things. I just use that. So that was from Homecraft Textiles. And the next thing I bought was from the Dahlia Sewciety. And this is a Ponte, and it's called Lagoon, as in the body of water, a lagoon. And I said it was green, and my daughter said it was blue. So, and then I said, I think it's the colour of the deep ocean. When you're on a cruise ship and you look out over the side and the water's really, really deep, that's the colour of it. But I've had Kristen's Ponte before, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's great quality, and it doesn't pill. I have got a black dress, which is, I think it's a seam work dress, and I think it's called the Lenny, or it used to be called the Lenny, and now it's called something else, but it is like a polo neck straight dress. It's not really bodycon because it's a bit more forgiving than that, but it's great in a Ponte. Now I made that many years ago in a black Ponte that I most probably got from Spotlight or maybe Lincraft, and it started to go pilly, whereas the things I've had from Kristen have not gone pilly. So I'm eager to probably make another one of those dresses in the Lagoon colour, which is blue-green. Let's call it that. And the next fabric I got was some Indian block print. Ganesha, Ganesha, Indian block print, and I got 2 meters of it. Now, Kristen doesn't have any of this left, I know, because I bought the last 2 meters. So, remembering that it's a narrow fabric, but I was going to make a summer top in this. It's 1 meter, not 2 meters. What was I thinking? So, Kristen doesn't have any of that left, but I thought that would make a really nice summer top. Or a little jacket to wear over a black t-shirt. And Kristen also gave me some children's paper cut patterns. And so the first one is the kids' solar tee and sweater. So in Australia, what we call a windsheeter, t-shirt and a windsheeter. And I showed that to Abby today, and she said Madden would be interested in one of those windsheeters. And then these beautiful pants, kids' Tula pants or shorts. See what that little girl's wearing? And that's the line drawings. So I think for Phoebe and Adele, I could make them some of those pants. It goes from size 3 to 13. Even I might start off making them a pair of shorts. And you know, it doesn't take very much fabric to make a pair of shorts. And I've probably got some linen there that I could make that up for the 2 girls. And this is the solar tee in like the teenage girl's size. She looks taller than me. She'd be a teenager. But there's the line drawings for that. So I might see how big that is. So they're fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. Yes, it is only it's a 1 meter remnant of the Ganesha Indian block print. So that are those patterns that I need to measure the kids when they come. And the next thing I got, well, let me tell you what happened first. Kristen contacted me and said, I have a gift from an anonymous viewer and they wanted to send me this. And this is the message they gave to Kristen to pass on to me. And this is the message that the anonymous viewer sent through for Kristen to pass on to me. Hi Deb, please accept this wee housewarming present. You give me much joy and pleasure too. Best wishes for the move. Have fun setting up your new sewing room from an appreciative viewer. So Kristen sends me through this fabulous gift voucher that this anonymous viewer had asked her to forward to me. And I was just shocked. I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much, whoever you are. I suspect I might know, but then that would spoil it. So I'm not going to say any more except thank you very much. That is wonderful. And so, on to the Deluxe Bespoke Box, which is Belladonna. Now, I've already seen Kristen's dress, because seriously, we still don't have any TVs connected, so I just watch YouTube, do cooking, set up things, think about lying on the floor and crying, but, you know, manage not to, because that's not going to get anything done. So, and this is what I mean by the post is fast. I think Kristen sent this on a Tuesday, and I had it by Wednesday afternoon. Like, unbelievable how fast the post is here. Here's a little white dove. Now, this is a tribute to Stevie Nicks box. And the whole dove thing. If anyone was into Fleetwood Mac, and I was, but that's just the age showing, you'll know what I'm talking about. Oh, and there is something else that I purchased, because it's me, and it is the Liesl Co Melville cardigan and vest. So that is that pattern. I actually wanted it for the button-up cardigan that you could make in a finer fabric. Now, I do have the Marlowe cardigan, which I've made a few times. I think one of them was really big and I gave it to my girlfriend. But I wanted a cardigan that you could make in a finer fabric. So, hence why I got this. And it actually, this has bust darts in it too. So, it'll be really interesting to see how this works out. I don't think I've used a Liesl Co pattern before. I certainly have, if I have, it would have been PDF form. I've certainly never had a pattern envelope that is similar to this. So, that was the extra thing I got. Oh, look. I'm going to find somewhere to put that up. Can you see that beautiful purple feather? And the fabric is 3 meters of My Dress Made Viscose Twill. So My Dress Made is a fabric brand. And you can get 20% off the LB Textiles Duplantier dress. Duplantier. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Which is great because I actually love the dress that Kristen made out of this fabric. So, I'm not sure if everyone's seen it yet. Kristen's got it on her latest YouTube video. And remember how I said it was an ode to, or a tribute to Stevie Nicks. How gorgeous is that card? I'll have to get to and start putting those up. I'm still going to put all the cards up and everything, probably just with blue tack because I don't want to wreck the cards, because I know it'll be a good 6 months at least before this room gets gutted and redone, because I'd have to be able to set up my sewing room in what is the dining area that's attached to the lounge room, which we've also got a kitchen family eating area, so in the kitchen, it's like a big kitchen, so we don't use a separate dining room. So we're making that into sort of into another bedroom or spare sleeping area. And I thought, oh, I could just whip all of my sewing things into there while this room gets renovated. So and a beautiful label that says made under moonlight. I bought some of those labels because I was often making things under moonlight, especially when I was working all the time. And this is the reverse side of the card. So that's very pretty, very nice. What else have we got? An iron-on dove, because that's very Stevie Nicks. Very Stevie Nicks, the dove. And a piece of leather suede. I can remember when I was 15, we used to wear that wrapped around our neck. We didn't even have any medallions or anything on it, just a piece of leather around your neck. Until the nuns cut it off because, you know, you couldn't undo it. Once you'd worn it in the shower a lot, your leather, you cannot unknot it. The nuns used to come around with scissors and cut them off. Ooh, and some stretch elastic. That's really good elastic if you make undies. Some Gutermann thread in black, 000. Ooh, a nighttime tee. And a womankind tee. Both from Puka. So the womankind tee is hibiscus, rose and cranberry. And the nighttime tee, which I've had before, it is chamomile flower, licorice root, lavender flower, lime flower. Oh, it's got a lot of things in it. I've had this one before. They're really nice teas. That brand is really nice. And some Charlotte Piper chocolate. Milk chocolate mixed berry bar. Look at that. Beautiful. Looks so gorgeous, doesn't it? So this is manufactured by Harford House Proprietary Limited, trading as Charlotte Piper. Now their email address ends with .com.au, so I know they're in Australia, and that Kristen always generally uses Australian small manufacturing for things that she buys. It does not say what state it is manufactured in, but looks delicious. Looks delicious. What's this? Oh, homemade French vanilla lip balm by White Witch, which is Soap Cult Australia. Look at that. Let's take the lid off. That's very nice. Knowing that the one in my car is so low it actually scratches your lips when you try and put it on. That must have come on something. Oh, it did, because these were all joined together. clip. Look at these. Look at these little dove earrings. Look at that. Aren't they beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. And it's lovely to have really nice earrings when you have no hair, because you can actually see your earrings all of the time. And that's from Lacey Lou Sparkles, and I'm sure she's in Queensland. I know she's Australian. We've had stuff before from them. And here is the stunning fabric. Now I'm sure you've already all seen it because Kristen's put her vlog up. Oh gee, it's a nice soft fabric. Did it say it was? Viscose Twill. Oh yes, My Dress Made is the brand, and that's in France, so it's French. Look at that. How me is that colour? That colour, those earrings, going to be stunning. I will pop a picture up of what the Duplantier dress is, but I know what Kristen said. It's got sleeves that come to here, but she extended her sleeves, I want to say by 15 centimetres, but I may be wrong. I'll have to rewatch her video to see. And then they're sort of like a bell sleeve. So very Stevie Nicks, comes in under the bust with some slight gathering. Hasn't got, just falls from under the bust with no extra tiers on it, which is, I don't, you know me, and I don't like the tiers that much on it. So very much my style, and I do like things that come from under the bust that don't have too much gathering on them. Although I gathered this one. I've got so many clothes on. I did gather this one, and I was going to pleat it, but I actually gathered it thinking it was going to look like a maternity dress, but it doesn't look like a maternity dress. In fact, someone said to me, that's a lovely dress today when I was at the supermarket. So this fabric's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I am going to explore that fabric. So let's go through and revisit what we, oh God, look what time it is. So we got gorgeous postcard, Stevie Nicks on it. A Made Under Moonlight label, which is very me. Some gorgeous Australian chocolate from Charlotte Piper. A black lace that's leather suede, or suede leather, like you used to tie around your neck. You can actually put a nice thing on that. You can put things like crystals and all that sort of stuff on it. Some stretchy lace if you wanted to add lace onto it. You always could do that too. Under the bust of that dress. I don't know why I'm wearing a tape measure, because I don't have a hook on the door yet to put them on. You could put a nice piece of lace where that bodice joins the skirt. Could use that. An iron-on patch or motif, they've called it, but that's a dove, which is gorgeous. 2 organic tea bags. One's womankind and one's nighttime. We've had that nighttime one before and it's quite good. Some black all-purpose thread. Some handmade French vanilla lip balm. which I'll be putting into my car to replace the one there that's run out. And these very pretty earrings. Look at those. Try and get closer. How beautiful are they? They're just stunning. And they go so beautifully with the fabric. Like, really, really good choice. Knowing Kristen, she probably had them made to match the fabric. And this gorgeous fabric, which you actually get I'm sure it's 3 meters. Tiny bit more than 3 meters. So quite a decent amount of fabric to be able to make a dress with. Especially if you're going for a bell sleeve, because it's going to take up a fair bit of fabric. But I don't believe this would be directional at all, which makes your cutting out options much better. No, it's not directional. It's not directional at all. Which means it might get like a top out of it as well. And this is My Dress Made. That's the brand. So you're thinking about, it's just got to me, it's got like a weird name. My Dress Made. It doesn't sound like a fabric company. It sounds like it could be a pattern company, but not a fabric company. And so that is the brand of the fabric. And it's really beautiful quality, really soft. It's going to drape so well that I'm very, very tempted to make that dress that falls from under the bust. It's only slightly gathered. And so if you haven't seen Kristen's vlog on the dress, go and have a look at it. Now, the other thing I'm in the middle of doing, I got so far in putting together my sewing room that I managed to print out a pattern and stick it together. And I am making the Comfy Pants by Pattern Scout. I don't have a picture, but I do have this. And the fabric I'm going to make them out of isn't the white linen, because it needs a knit. Is this beautiful fabric. I saw a girl at the pub the other day. When I say girl, she's probably about 27 or 28. And she had on rib knit, but not a heavy rib, not a like a chunky fisherman knit, but a rib knit pair of pants, and just like a short-ish windsheeter. And they looked so good. I thought, I'm going to make some knit pants. How terrible could they look? If they look terrible, I'll just wear them at home. But this fabric's beautiful. This is from our last bespoke box, which was called Woodland Retreat. And so I am going to make those pants in this. And then I'm going to make, I was thinking I wanted probably a jumper to wear with them. So even a jumper that you can wear with something over it, like this vest, for instance. So I was thinking I wanted to make the Forget-Me-Not Vera top, but I want it to have a polar neck jumper. So I was going to, I like the shape of the Vera and I don't want a band on it. I want it so that it comes down to, I guess, just about where your hips start. And I don't necessarily want it to have the voluminous sleeve that it's got. Quite happy for it to have a straight sleeve so that you can put something over it, another jumper over it if you wanted to, or you can fit a coat over it easily. So I thought I would do a mashup of the Forget Me Not Vera and the Trudy Turtleneck by Wardrobe by Me. So I was going to overlay those patterns on each other and create a new pattern. Maybe not with, now my turtlenecks, we could actually call them polo neck jumpers in Australia. So mine that I have, that I usually wear, that I've got the navy, the black, the pink, the red, the aubergine and the white, they actually have a turn down polo neck. But the one I made the other day out of the much heavier fabric, that didn't. That just had like a fixed polo neck. So you didn't turn it over, but it was still like, I don't know, this high on it. So I was thinking I would do a neck like that on it. And I'm going to do it in this fabric because I just love this fabric. So that's all my plans. And as you can see, I've got this ready to go. So that's all for me. And this has gone for way too long. Way too long. The next time I see you, I will have made something to show you. I have tested my overlocker and it works perfectly. We have this thing about your machines travelling a long way. They didn't take them in the truck, I took them in my car. And when the lady came to assess how much stuff we had, she didn't scream and run out the door, but she said, oh, to my husband, she said, oh, your wife will take her machines, won't she? And he went, yes, she will. She doesn't trust anyone else. So everything arrived safely. It all works, it all turns on, it's all plugged in. I am ready to go. I've still got things I think, where is that? Why haven't I seen it? And things in the kitchen. Where are my measuring cups that I must have had 30 of and now I don't have one? There's boxes somewhere. There's a garage full of stuff. So there's a box in there that's got kitchen things, and I suspect that there's a box in there that's got sewing room things, because in the end, the removalists couldn't fit any more of the boxes in the sewing room. And because things take up much more space when they're in a box. So there will be things that I'll have to find another place to put. But that's all from me. I'm going to get going now. I'm not going to do any sewing tonight. It's only 7:15. My husband's already gone to bed after his big gardening effort tonight. I will come back to you really, really soon when I've actually made something. Maybe found the boxes. Everybody have a great sewing week. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you all soon. Bye.